Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and we've got a kind of a, I suppose you could call it a mystery tasting video here, because I've never seen any of these fruits in the flesh before. I've never tried any of them. I know a little bit about one of them. The others I'm completely unfamiliar with in terms of what they taste like, especially as one of them neither I know the person who supplied it knows, but it is I believe not poisonous. So I didn't put the names in the title because I thought people might like enjoying guessing. Now I believe this one is the Jaboti Harba. It's quite a small one. I don't know if it's a seed growing tree or a named variety that the fruit came from. He did say there were bigger fruits on the tree, but this was one that was in reach. And obviously I don't know if it'll have a seed in it because it does seem smaller than normal. I would imagine it's just a regular Sabara type, but I've never obviously had a Jaboti Harba in my life or even seen the fresh fruit in the flesh, so I'm going to taste it and see what it's like. This one is a Dovialis or key apple. You can see it's bruised on one side. That's from being transported, so that I'm going to cut open and have a look in a minute. I don't know if they have seeds. I don't know if it's got one or more seeds. I probably wouldn't bother to germinate it. I might poke the seeds in a pot, and the reason I'm not too fussed is they are dioecious, which means that they produce male and female flowers on different trees. I have heard there is a female variety that does produce fruits on its own, but in most cases you need a male and a female, which means you'd have to grow at least 2 or 3 fruits from seed to maturity, unless you actually could buy a plant that you knew whether it was male or female, or you could graft a male branch onto a female. So it's probably not worth growing these. Although it's bruised there, the rest of the fruit feels quite firm, so that may not be edible. And this one is a mystery one. The person who supplied it believes it is some type of plum. I'm somewhat concerned if he doesn't know what it is that it might be poisonous, but I should probably be able to put a tongue on it and see if it tastes bitter or not. He doesn't think it's ripe yet. He said it should be ripe for a week at room temperature, but I can see that it's got quite a lot of damage there, and it may well have bugs in it anyway. So I'm going to cut it open and have a look, and if it is some kind of plum, perhaps we'll be able to tell from the stone what it is, or maybe someone who's an expert in these sort of fruits will be able to look at the shape and the colour and the top of it, and perhaps when I cut it open they'll have some idea what it is and be able to tell me. So I'll flip the camera around and we'll try them. We'll try the Jaboti Harba, which I think will be ripe, and go from there. Okay, so here we go. So this is it, the first time ever having a Jaboti Harba. Now I've heard people, I've watched loads of videos on tastings and people growing them, and a lot of them say that the skin is tough and not edible, and you just suck the flesh out. So I'm going to follow that advice. I've certainly seen George eat them, and most of the people who eat them just seem to squeeze them. I'm actually going to cut it a bit rather than bite it and have it go all over the place. They look, of course, like a bit like a grape, and they are called a Brazilian grape. Looks promising. Let's see. I can taste the skin. It's going to have bitterness to it. Just going to chew on a bit of the skin. Definitely bitter. There's a seed in here. Now what I don't know, there's 2 seeds actually. Seeds are very small. Let's see if I can clean them off a bit with my fingers. They're very small, so I don't know if they're going to be viable, but what I'll probably do is those I will poke in a pot. I'm not going to sow them on the own. I'm just going to stick them in a pot with another plant and see if they germinate or not. So that was the Jaboti Harba. From the taste and the flesh inside, it's definitely a Jaboti Harba. This one, Dois, probably Dois Cfra, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to cut it in half because of that bruise section on it, which doesn't look particularly appealing. I can't see any point trying the bruised bit. I don't know if these are fruits that are astringent. I don't know if you eat the skin. Should have probably researched it, shouldn't I? It's a nice yellow flesh inside. Let's see. Well, that's an unusual flavour. I'm going to surmise it's not fully ripe. It's got a sourness to it. If these are seeds in here, they're very small. And if these little seeds are viable, there's actually 4. I think there's another one here. It's actually got 5 seeds at least in it. Now, what do I say about it? Let's just try the bruised bit, just to see. No. Whoa, that is. I thought this looked and tasted ripe, but anyway, it's bruised. I'm quite surprised by the amount of seeds. There's about 7 seeds in it, maybe more. More. If that's reminiscent of how they taste, a lot of seeds. I can't believe that. At least 8 or 9 seeds in it. The fruit is bitter. Not a pleasant experience. I mean, if that I read somewhere they taste like apple, but if that tastes like apple, that's not a nice taste. Now, I've got a feeling this one's going to be even worse. This plum type thing. It's hard, which tells me that it's not ripe. But I'm going to cut it open anyway and have a look inside it. Sort of a dark purpley colour. Whether or not it's a member of the plum family or some kind of tropical plum, definitely doesn't seem anywhere near ripe to me. But I'm going to let you have a look at it. I'm not sure about tasting it. It's a nice colour inside. Let me show you. Lovely pinky purple. Doesn't appear to have any. Yeah, it's probably had something in it this end here. This is definitely going to be a no-no to try it. I'm just going to take a little bit of this flesh off. I'm not into trying things that I don't know what they are. Seems to have some. I'm trying to see if these are multiple. I can't see if these are multiple seeds or one large seed. The fruit is very hard, definitely not ripe. Some of these unusual rare fruits are very disappointing always. Not at all impressed. I still can't tell if it's one big knobbly seed, because this would help someone recognise it, or loads of small seeds. Let's see if I can get this out, cut this out for people who are experts on these sort of things. Won't be a minute. Not easy to. I think it's one large hard seed, but let's see if you can see. It's not very. It's nothing like a plum stone, so this is not some kind of plum. I don't think. I can't even cut the flesh off it with a sharp knife, it's so hard. Let's carry on. Well, whatever it is, I'm thinking it's distinctly, in my opinion, well, whatever it is, it's not going to be worth me sowing the seed. I'm not even going to bother. I'll do the Jaboti Harba seeds, but I can find what I've done with them. Yeah. This is just like a black rock inside, like a black lump of coal inside this. I would love to know what it is, but it certainly doesn't, no matter how rare it is, I don't think it interests me. I'll give the stone a scrub and have a proper look at it, and I might even put it in a shorts video, but I've no idea what it is. It's maybe not quite an inch in diameter. It was very nearly as big as the fruit, whatever the fruit may be. Some of these weird and wonderful fruits are weird and wonderful for a reason. They're not commercially grown because no one would actually eat them. Anyway, I hope that might have been of some interest. The Jaboti Harba was not a disappointment, and obviously one day, God willing, I hope I get to taste them again, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Please give me a thumbs up. Share the video if you think anybody will know what these are. Please subscribe to my channel and remember to click on the bell to know when new videos come out. I'll see you all soon. Brett out for now.